better thumbnail images. Uh-huh. Right. Okay, let's search for a speaker. No, too boxy. No. Ah, come on. I want something from the side. Oh, hey, okay. This looks good. I think I can work with this. Oh, for fuck's sake! Previously on exploring sound effects from the SPEECH.pak. What's going on, guys? The time have come you have all been waiting for. We're continuing our exploration in the sound files of Arx Fatalis. And in this video we will jump to something even bigger than SPEECH.pak. We will move over to the gigantic SPEECH.pak. I'm saying gigantic because it is at least 10 times bigger. Alright, 9 times bigger. SPEECH.pak is 43 megabytes. I'm just rambling. So, I'm gonna quickly extract the contents of that pak file, and let's jump right into that. Okay guys, here we are. I extracted the contents of SPEECH.pak, and as you can see we have 3 languages embedded in there, even though if you install the game in a different language then you will get a whole separate pak file. So having only this SPEECH.pak is not enough for you to have multiple languages in the game. That's a bit fucked up, if you ask me. If you go into any of these folders, in English for example, then you can see that we have 2000 sound files there. I think you will be thankful for me for not going through every file. We will just peek into the most interesting ones. Not always stuff that are in need of a bit of doctoring to get some even more interesting stuff, but generic stuff. Okay, enough of that. I'm gonna jump into Adobe Audition, and let's start up by opening Alia Nightmare, the second one.
I'm going to make sure you stay here with me.
Forever.
If you are following my channel, then you probably saw my recent video on this scene in the game. The reason I'm nitpicking on this particular file is, I will see it in a second. Let me just load the French version.
Mais je vais m'assurer que tu resteras auprès de moi à jamais.
That's fucking creepy. I get goosebumps all over my body. That's horrible. That's worst nightmare. And we have the German version. You're expecting something ridiculously scary, right? Come on. I know you don't want to do it.
Ich habe vor, sicherzustellen, dass ihr hier bei mir bleibt. Für immer.
What the fuck is this? Is this read by Google Translate? What's up with the voice acting here? And where's this scary demonic effect? Check this one. Check this out.
Forever.
And what do we get here? What do we get in the German version?
Für immer.
Yeah, that totally matches up the scene. And yeah, I actually went all the way to this scene in the German version and all the possible languages that I could find around the net just to see this with my own eyes. And yes, it's horrible. So for this reason, I'm going to stick with the English version for now. And if you guys say that you have something interesting in some other languages, then I will check that out in some other video. Before we go too deep into this topic, I need to go to SPEECH.pak because I've got a request for checking the sounds that you get in the city of Arx or in the rebel camp. If I can find it. Come on. Come on. Yeah, Loop Rebel School. This is the music that you hear in the Arx city or in the rebel camp. Lot of sweet flanging effects, as you can see from these valleys over here and over here. Let's see if we find something that can be reversed. I'm fairly sure that most of the sounds that sound reversed are actually symmetrical, which means they sound the same if you listen to it from one way or from the other. Let's try this part. This seems to have something. Yep, it's only on the left channel. Okay, so as you can see, if you take this part, then this was mirrored over here, and they have been glued together so that it doesn't sound like something in reverse, but it goes from one way then back, like a swing. What do we... Oh, we have something over here. What's this? Need a bit more context. Well, nothing that sounds reversed. We have something here. Some interesting patterns to check out. If you ask me, this is the sound of a car alarm when you press the keys. But I'm not sure of that. It sounds the same reversed. Let's do our little magic of reversing the whole song. Well, Fred is absolutely right. It does sound interesting in reversed. I will do a bit of more editing to this to see if I can find something more of this. Well, I don't know. I will leave this one as an open topic for further discussions. I don't really think that it has some particular stuff in it that's interesting. This one is interesting as a whole, but nothing hidden inside it. Alright, let's move back to SPEECH.pak. We're gonna swiftly move on from Alia to Alicia, if I can find her. Oh yeah, here we are.
Gary is a rich and influential man.
You know her? The cocky woman who is well, the golddigger of Arx.
Gary is ruined. We're poor.
I guess I guess this will be my all-time favorite sound of female voice actors in the English version. This
Poor.
I never heard anyone in my life so desperate about some financial situation than Alicia after we rob Gary. Because you rob Gary, don't you, when you play the game? Oh yeah, we have another sweet one from the customers in Tizzy's bar in the Yellow Tulip. If I can find it. It's at the end. Oh yeah, here we are.
Chicken. Chicken! Every bloody day I eat chicken. I've had enough.
You gotta love this guy. He's... I'm sorry. Like... Agba is incarnating in the game. There is no heat on the surface, and the planet is slowly dying into a cold, freezing death of something. And this guy in Tizzy's bar is complaining about some culinary, gastronomical. We gotta move on.
Chicken!
Hold on for a second. That one cracks me up every time. Even my girlfriend loves this scene, even though she never played with the game. That was a good one. A lot of goblin sounds down here after that, and we will move down all the way to the Liches. Come on, not Luneshire, a bit back. And as you can see, the rest of the Liche sounds that I could not find last time in sfx.pak can be found here in SPEECH.pak. Well, being grouchy. Where is it? I'm looking at my notes, yes. Looking for this one. Reach ouch S.
I know you crave.
Well, it does sound like I know you crave, but it is actually something reversed. Come on. I don't know which one is worse, the version here in reversed or the original one. You know what, I actually think that this one is in correct order, or at least this part, and all of these echoes over here. Well, this one is... This one says crave. Okay, leave your ideas in the comment section and tell me what do you think of this part. Well, this one definitely has some reverse stuff in it. Our prisoner of the Noden. I'm 100% sure of this one.
Prisoner of the Noden.
Really nice. And we have a lot of reversed treats throughout all the thread files. This one seems to be similar to Ouch Ass. Seems like this one is in the correct way around. Let us be powerful, as I can understand it, but just to be sure, I'm gonna reverse this. Well. Let's check out this other one. Okay, I think we can ignore the echoes. Oh, come on. Well, what do you know? We got some understandable speech. I'm fairly sure I don't need to say what this is.
And I know you crave.
Haven't we heard this already in a different file? Indeed we did. We're gonna skip this one and move on to this. Well, I always say that this is Michim Nachim Yam Yam, but I think this sounds more reasonable if I reverse it.
My incarnation, I'm Arx now.
Ooh, goody, something we can understand. I always love those ones.
Here with the one sleep.
Here with a banshee grip. I don't know what's that. So let's reverse it.
There's no other way.
There is no other way. Well, unless you reverse it. And this is some generic laughter. I think we should move on from leeches and other creepy stuff to something more peaceful. Let's check out the guitar hero of Arx. It goes by the name of Menestrel if you search the game files. I'm fairly sure everyone will recognize this tune. This isn't the one that we are looking for. The one we are interested in at the moment is the one that have been brought to the game by the Arx Libertatis team. Nice one, guys. In my cheating video, I mentioned that I have a hunch that this is also a reference to the Ultima Underworld game. And what do you know? I searched its soundtrack and came across the one which goes by the name of Wanderer. If you guys haven't played this game yet, please do so. Arx Fatalis is crammed with references to Ultima Underworld. If you loved Arx, and you don't mind the outdated graphics of those games, then you will definitely love that game too. Moving on, we go to another NPC of the game, probably one of the more annoying ones. Ooh, a lot of player sounds. What we're looking for are the sounds of Ratmen. Na 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 na, Ratmen! Excuse me, what did you say right before you drowned in your own fluids? Excuse me, again? I'm fairly sure this one says couldn't have, or something like that. Couldn't have flour. That's the most I can understand from this one. And we have more interesting sounds from the threat files. Well, I'm speechless. Am I good, Ratmen? It can be gibberish, or I don't know, but it's definitely something that was reversed. Sounds more like some heavy breathing. Another one that I cannot really make out. It ends on an S sound, that's for sure. That's the most I can make out of this gibberish. What about the ouch files? No, nothing interesting in those ones. Okay, leave your comments down in the comment section on what your idea is that the Ratmens are saying. Right, let's move on to something more exotic than Ratmen. Snakewomen. They usually say things in English, but sometimes they mumble to themselves in some exotic language.
Strastura Liftash-ik.
And I've got a tip from my good friend who says that this might also be a reference to Ultima Underworld, particularly the language of Lizardmen. I almost said Ratmen. So if you play the game, then you will realize that Lizardmen have their completely own language. And if you Google that, it will probably show you this page that I'm viewing right now. This is the Ultima Underworld wiki page, or Underwiki, and they have a whole section dedicated to this topic. They have a, well, sort of okay dictionary for most of the words, and it expands as you go further down the page. It's particularly difficult to translate what the Snakewomen say because they usually whisper, and their speaking is usually heavily distorted, and they love to stress out the s sounds. That's not good. But we can improve the situation if we check the same sound files in different languages. So bear with me for a second, for I will try to load up the French version of the same exact file. Yeah, here we are. Well, right off the bat I can say that this one is definitely ik. And it's the same over here too. And if I search the wiki page, then I can see that we have a postfix, sorry. Simple K, or, come on, where is it? It's in the other one. I don't know why they didn't merge these two. Yeah, here it is. We have ik or k sounds that you can append to any words to turn it into past tense. Based on what I researched for only this file, this one has the words strash, tua maybe, thit, pashi, and k, or strash, t postfix, ra, then the same as before, thit, pashi, k. I'm sorry if I angered native lizard language speaking people. Please forgive me. Probably butchered the language. So if you translate those words, then in the first situation you would get help, male child, need, to talk, did. Or if you replace the tua with t and ra, then it would say help, future tense, fast, and need to talk, did. It's a complete mess. It's nearly impossible to translate, and I wouldn't be surprised if this was something that I made up entirely, or I would want to make believe to be true, but actually it is not true. Nonetheless, it has some similarities. Like this part says live or something like that. Lift. There are no words starting with the letter L. Nope, not that one. Here we have a postfix with la, or suffix. Okay, there are words starting with L, but not continuing with the letter I, or the sound E. So I will show you guys a few of this, preferably in the English version, and I'm curious to hear if you guys can make any heads or tails of these. Nonetheless, here are the ones that contain this exotic language.
Spistivish, Krav, Guardian, Sispin, Tovak, Smesmesvish, Alekton, Misnira.
As you can hear, they usually embed sort of translated English words into this, like
Guardian.
I think you can guess this one. So yay, 1 out of 15 other words. But moving on.
Tiranashka, Elispa, Nimash. Rashka, Eliashka.
Alright, here's the one that you already heard.
Strastura, Liftashik. Isik, Ashtushna, Fitz, Preska.
I don't know if this is an actual word or part of a word, or is this just a hiccup or part of the difficulty in their pronunciation. I don't know. Just a second, and I will find that. Whatever, I will look my notes. Yeah, we looked at these ones. Yeah, snake misk.
Stillash, Zilsha. Hypoxka, Numla. Bakash, Yesor, Klikshika.
Well, my friend says that this definitely sounds like click and shigar, but I'm not 100% sure of that.
Klikshika.
The reason being for that is, well, the language does contain the clicking sound, and in this wiki page it is noted by this weird longer C letter, but if you want to pronounce this, then you should go by the sound from the Zulu language. I hope I didn't butcher that language too. Enough butchering for one day. So it is written as click in the game. I can show you that. Yeah, here it is, click. But if you want to vocalize this, then you should go with the Zulu Q sound. Okay, threads 3 and 4.
Nistash votet Eternium.
Here's a tip for you guys. This part says Eternium.
Eternium.
Good luck translating the rest of that.
Rishkaba.
Alright. Another interesting fact is that the same goes with Zalnesh's sounds. If I can find any of that.
Ishas diman shortulipes naskila. Stebash nom codex. Stebash codex. Ishtash luquia. Luquia nimashlepa. Does not. Very good. But the
No,
core.
that's English. No, that one. Come on. Alright, I think that is it. So, if any of you guys have any contacts to the original developers or anyone from the original team members of the game, please ask them to get some more information on this topic, because this is definitely something worth writing down to one of the wiki pages, because this is definitely something that I would love to hear more about. Alright guys, so you know the drill by now. Head down to the comment section, and if you manage to identify any of the audio files that I mentioned throughout the video, or you get some idea on what can be heard there where I could not make out the meaning, then please do write that there, and I'm more than happy to review those and possibly make a follow-up on these 2 videos. But for now guys, I'm out and gonna see you guys in the next video. Tschö.